For a guy who just got sliced open, I don't know if you really got sliced open, but from what I heard, it's pretty serious surgery. You're upright. It was like 4 weeks ago, right? Back surgery?
Actually, it was 5 weeks, 2 days ago. I got, I had a bulging disc problem between L4-5 and S1, and I got both fused. So it was a 2-level fuse, and I was outpatient surgery. It's been, like I said, 5 weeks and 2 days. And I mean, I've been walking since. I don't have much problem at all. I'm always wearing a back brace. I got a bone density machine, so it densifies the bone quicker. And the healing process has gone by quicker. I went to a doctor meeting actually yesterday, and he said the bone looks like it's healing really, really well. So I'm looking to get back possibly in July. So we'll see.
Really?
Yep.
That's a pretty quick timetable, because I just spoke to Nate Quarry, who had a similar surgery. Now, Nate said, I think you have the ability with money and support maybe to rehab a little quicker, but he was saying make sure you take your time, because it took him like 12 to 15 months to come back.
Yeah, I talked to Nate. Actually, he went through the same company I went through, Nuvasive, and my doctor, Dr. Smith, I got to be very thankful to him. Pat Miles from Nuvasive actually sat down, we talked to him and see what would be the right steps for my surgery. I sat and I talked to Nate, and he's like, yeah, it's going to take you a good year, but the way it looks right now, maybe 8 months at the most.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a different species than Nate, of course. I'm a different type of genes in my body, so I heal really quick. I mean, when I had my ACL repaired in my left knee, I came back after 6 months, and the doctor told me it's going to take about 18 months. But I know I prove them all wrong each and every time, but I just got to make sure that my bone is growing all the way through 100%. So, I get back in the ring. I know a lot of my fans waiting for me to get back in the ring. It's just a chance of where and who.
How far back, fight-wise, were you feeling the back? I mean, how bad has it been? How long has it been?
Oh, it's been 5 years since I've had back problems. It goes all the way back from the first time I fought Couture, and it just got worse and worse as the fights went on. There was fights that I shouldn't have taken. When I fought Forrest Griffin, I should have took that fight, but I took it because of the fans. Fighting Machida, same thing. Fighting Evans, same thing. Chuck both times. It was just, I didn't want to let down my fans. I have so many great fans to support me, and I was willing to suffer the pain and injury that I had from my back, but just to get into the cage and fight. So after 5 years, I've sat back and I kind of took it to heart that when I lose to Machida, it was a factor of me getting back into the ring and or octagon and compete at my highest level when I was the champion. There's no other world light heavyweight champion that's ever defended their belt as many times as I have, and has done it as successfully as I have. So it's just a factor of me getting back in the cage and doing what I do best, and that's kick ass.
Well, I want you to clarify a couple things, because I saw a video, I think it was last week, you mentioned that you had signed, and I think you used signed, sealed, delivered to Elite XC. That really can't...
Signed, sealed, delivered. It was all... The contract was done, and I had a chance to give it to UFC, for them to have a chance to actually have the first right of refusal, and if they didn't go down, Elite XC may still be alive right now.
Right.
But it's just a factor of, they made some bad decisions, and they made some great business opportunities for, some of these other fighters, as Kimbo. Kimbo is a sensation now because of it. And but I think Affliction's going to pick up the slack that Elite XC left off, and UFC, it's just going to become a factor of where Tito Ortiz goes. Is it Affliction or is it Elite? But I want a company that's going to push my brand, the Tito Ortiz brand, and give me the best fights possible. And no bullshit in between of having to worry about someone saying bad things about me all the time. And it's just a factor of me, being with a company that's going to push me and push the brand of Tito Ortiz. And I deserve the respect that I've been in this game for 11 years now, and I think the factor of some of the stuff that's been said about me, some of the stuff that's been showed about me through the company that I used to work for, it's just a factor of, I'm not that guy. People see that I'm a coward and I'm afraid of fighting guys and all that baloney, and I never backed down to a fight that I knew I was going to fight, and I've always stepped up and I fought anybody that made sense to me. And it's frustrating working for a company that's always going to badmouth you, but I'm looking to work for the future of a company that's going to put me up first, put me up as one of their marquee guys.
Could that happen again with Dana White? Because at UFC 90, he said again, he's like, I don't like the guy. Lorenzo likes him, but I don't like the guy. And then he said again that you haven't really won a big fight in years, and then I tracked back and I was like, well,
I haven't won a big fight in years. I beat
Griffin and Evans.
I beat their light heavyweight champion. I thought I beat Rashad Evans, but they gave me a draw, and the only reason that it was a draw because I grabbed onto the fence. So to have a fight that said that I haven't beat anybody in the last few years is bullshit, I would say. And it's a fact that all the fans know what type of fighter I am. I'm only 33 years old. I've been doing this business now for 11 years. I'm one of the marquee guys. And the fans are the ones who support me, the ones who sell out arenas and get the highest pay-per-view draws of all. And I can say, yeah, I do it in the octagon, and I do my business fighting, but it's to the fans. I got to give every one of them the credit.
So could you forge a deal with them through Lorenzo and then coexist with Dana?
Me and Lorenzo, we get along really, really well. It's just a factor of them respecting me. It's just a factor of them giving me the stuff that I think that's necessary of a fighter to continue their career. Our window of opportunity is so small with this fight game now. Couture's 45 and he's still fighting. I would love to fight until I'm 45, but I know I can't beat the time of age, and I'm only 33 now, so I want to still get my next 5 years of competition. Get a world title on my waist. And is it with the UFC possibly? Is it with Affliction possibly? Like I say, I don't have no manager, so I make my own decisions. At the end of the day, I look in the mirror and I respect for myself, and I know a lot of fans respect me. So it's a factor who I sign with.